Hey everyone, how's it going? Octopus here and welcome back to evercrisis. We're going to be talking about Ramuh's new EX1 and EX2 that just dropped. Stuff is crazy. It's very hard, but I did manage to beat it with OB5 weapon, no Arcanum, no level 10 Leviathan, no high percentage in R abilities and water potency. So I'm going to show you guys my setup, how I did it, and then hopefully in the future I got time to make more guides on this. Because I am behind on guild weapons, Vincent builds, a bunch of things I wanted to do, but I just haven't had time to do it. Now, I did just clear this about 20 minutes ago. I was live on Twitch. If you guys want to catch my Twitch live streams, you guys get to see every update, pull or skip videos, everything being made live while I'm there, all the information. But if you weren't there for my live stream, here's the team I used. I used Red 13, Cloud, and Aerith, and there's key things you need to bring in here. Not these specific characters, just key things you need to do. So, Aerith's role in this, let me show you the whole team setup, right? I've got a power level 318, but that doesn't matter. It's what your characters carry. So, as the healer's got to do a couple things besides heal. Healing is important, but the healing wasn't as major as just raising my magic defense up. So, the Monster Hunter weapon here, raising magic defense, but also giving Cloud physical attack was really good. Cloud has his own Monster Hunter weapon that raises his physical attack and lowers physical defense. So in a sense, this part wasn't needed. As long as your healer can bring in magic defense up and your DPS is strong enough, you can get away with that. So the major thing here is that the buff duration on magic defense up was very good. And what I'm talking about is this R ability right here, buff extension. They've got an extra 80%, so magic defense was up for the majority of the fight that I needed to be up. And it was a bonus that we did get physical attack. So let me move my camera somewhere a little bit better to show the rest of this build. Another key factor was because Ramuh raises his physical defense up, we need to way to lower that. And with my Cloud being so weak, I needed someone else besides him doing it. So we brought in Breach. Breach lowers defense by 1 tier, so it'll take off the tiers and then apply 1. So Aerith's main goal here is to survive. She's got magic defense at 134, 10,000 HP, and she's got the physical attack all limit break weapon to give Cloud a little bit more strength. Besides that, she's rocking R abilities of healing, buff duration, magic defense, lightning resist, and then that buff for Cloud. So that's the total I have here. My R ability for lightning is only level 2, and then heals at 54 points, missing it by 1 for a better heal at a stat of 2,935. So that's the healer's main goal here. Limit break is healing. Caution adds buff duration for that total of really good for the entire fight. Again, magic defense up, healing. It's pretty much what you need there. Breach is because Cloud. Now, Cloud is the DPS. My Cloud has 6,391 attack. He's got the R abilities of physical attack boost, fully max. Boost attack is only at 47. Water potency is only level 6, which is 70%. In 2 more points, he would have been 85. You want to aim for 100%. But if not, you can see you can clearly get away with him. His costume is not a water arcanum. It gives boost attack, physical plus 10 points, and then 15%. So instead of having that 35% towards arcanum, I only have 15% towards overall damage, just his physical attacks. So not terrible, but not the best. His weapon is at OB5, only 480 potency, and you can see the total of everything else here, right? His boost physical attack is again only at 32, so that's 25 for 45%. That's not maxed. So a lot of places to increase. Water potency, boost physical ability potency. His back weapons are not OB6 weapons except for automatic. And you can see they're rocking 27 water, physical, and boost attack. So nothing special on Cloud. Cloud's materia here. We have 1 materia helping with survivability, magic defense plus 19, which I don't think is necessary because he did survive with a lot of HP. Even after the attack drops, so I think I could increase my attack a little bit more there. Other materia has a physical attack 6.4 with plus 3 magic defense, and then physical attack 5.5 with HP percentage. Giving me the total you guys see here. Red 13 came in as support. You could use other people that lower magic attack while also lowering water resist. Zach has that, but one thing that Red 13 does have is a sigil break while doing this. So he's got the diamond sigil break while also lowering water resist. So I don't have an OB6 or nothing. It's just an OB0 level 80. And then I have an OB6 for the magic attack down. So support character has no damage, has 9,900 HP with 193 magic defense. I could definitely make him a little bit different. He doesn't need that much survivability. I brought in his Sled Fang because Sledfang will decrease magic attack when he doesn't have enough. You can also take away all that magic by using his other limit break, Stardust, because Stardust will remove that full magic attack buff, and then he can use his magic attack down weapon. But that's what's pretty much he's doing. Magic attack down 3 tiers, and he's bringing down multiple casts of this for sigil breaking and water resist down. All his materials add up to just bring magic defense, heal, not heal, but magic defense pretty much, just to survive. I just made him surviving. Even his back abilities, lightning resist, magic resist, HP, and again, a weapon to make Cloud stronger by 14%. If you guys don't have these limit break weapons, they make a huge difference. Level 120 OB0 gives you 14% increase, and that's 14% from Red 13 and 14% from Aerith, giving Cloud 28% more attack up, and that's why he's so strong. So, sub DPS, bringing in magic attack down, water resist down with magic attack down for limit break. Aerith, healer, bringing magic defense up 3 tiers while healing and applying breach, which is defense down physical, so that Cloud can do the most damage, and he's going to be spamming this only 480 potency, no arcanum, and just going nuts. So let me show you the fight. Oh, sigil breaks. Sigils. Cloud has circle sigil on his weapon, so he does 5 sigils at once. Red 13 diamond sigil, and the healer has X sigil. During the sigil phase, they just sigil break, so that's what you want. One person doing diamond, one person doing circle, one person doing X. And if you have a good X and circle, then no one needs diamond, and you can just use quick 3 ATB attacks to also get through there, right? So that's an option. There is other characters that do this, but that's the main roles. Healing, magic defense up with breach. Cloud brings in DPS as much as he can with a circle sigil, and then Red 13 brings magic attack down with water resist down because Cloud is an Arcanum fully built character. Okay, so we're going to be watching off my Twitch VOD. We're going to be going through this, showing you step by step, limit break cancellation, sigil phase, buffing, debuffing, and keeping the red attack stance behind me at 50% for your DPS. Another key thing is make sure you're always on top of your DPS, that he doesn't attack unless he has all the good conditions. Buffs, debuffs, attack stance, okay? Besides that, it's pretty straightforward, rinse and repeat. The first part, we're going to do Aerith buffing Cloud. Cloud is going to do Monster Hunter weapon here to lower defense, right? Wait for him to go ahead, put his buffs and debuffs on. Now we're going to go off. So defense down, buffing himself, buffing the party, and then Red 13 is going to lower water resist once, and then lower magic attack. If you don't have an OB6 magic attack down weapon, then you do magic attack only to survive, depending on how much resist you have on your build. You might have to do more or less. So you can see Aerith did cast 1 breach because she has nothing else to do during that phase. So that 1 breach is going to help with DPS and stop the AI to tell Cloud to use his Monster Hunter weapon. So after that first attack, he summoned Sparks. Ignore the Sparks the entire fight. Leviathan summon will take care of that. During this phase, you're just going to sigil break. Nothing else. You don't have to heal. You don't have to do anything. Just sigil break. So Aerith, the only reason I healed, again, I have a condition, which is Red 13 has to be 50% or more HP, or he doesn't apply water resist. So while he's doing Diamond Sigil, you might as well apply that water resist down. So make sure he's above 50%. So Red 13 is going to go off. Everyone's going to go off. And now this phase right here, you're getting ready for summon. You want to make sure his defense is down and Cloud is buffed. So you're going to see that I'm going to buff. So we're buffing. And then we're waiting for all 3 summons. If Leviathan's up way ahead of time before the other limit breaks, then just use Leviathan right away. Because you want Cloud to charge up. Every time he does an attack where Leviathan is full, you're wasting DPS. You want to summon. So make sure you use Leviathan as fast as you can. Near the end and throughout the fight, if you can use a limit break to cancel animations, then do it. And I'll explain that more near the end of the fight. But you can see Leviathan takes care of that, does a big chunk. And now this phase is raising your magic defense up and gain your HP to max. I have another condition I gotta go through where I can't raise magic defense with Aerith unless I'm 70% HP or more. So I sometimes got tricked into pushing that button, his attack goes first, and then Aerith doesn't apply the magic defense up. But you gotta make sure you have that magic defense up and his magic attack down, depending on your HP and defenses of your R abilities. Now, you're healing, you only have to heal the person that's being targeted. once he starts to target someone, he's going to use that judgment bolt on them and then really mess them up. But there's the first time I use animation to cancel his attack. He was about to attack, I limit braked, and now he has to attack again. Why do we do this? We do this because 1, it slows his phases down, and 2, while he's recasting, you're gaining more A2B, which means you can get that clutch heal in there, that clutch DPS, or that clutch buff or debuff, right? It makes the world of a difference. I could have saved that heal there because it wasn't targeting Cloud, it's targeting Aerith, and then I could have healed Cloud and Aerith at the same time, but I just, panic healed there. Forgetting it's single target and not AoE. So, again, what we're doing here is making sure we stay in Cloud, see how it says 50%, then I let Cloud do his thing, right? Switch to red 13 to get water resist down, then I cast it. I'm making sure I have all the buffs and debuffs before Cloud does anything. Another sigil phase, very straightforward. I'm going to fast forward it ×2 speed because this is just use your sigils. And then the summon phase, take in consideration here again. Cloud has Leviathan. He has no attack buff. The only thing I want to do is get attack buff in there, but I don't want him doing attacks because that's a waste of DPS. So he lowers the defense, totally fine. I got the attack up. Make sure he gets it in there. Don't let Cloud do too many attacks while that's full. Obviously, use Leviathan at the right time, but if it's up, use it right away. Especially if you can cancel an animation. So, pretty straightforward. Again, big damage. We're only not even halfway through, and we're going to go through all those phases again. This is the phase where we now raise our magic defense. Make sure it goes to 3, lowers attack, but also making sure DPS is only attacking while you have all the buffs and debuffs on. Someone's going to get stunned. If it's your DPS, it's a bad run if it happens multiple times. Is there a reason it attacks a certain person? That I'm not sure. You might be able to manipulate it depending on their max HP, what their defense is. I don't know what the AI really targets, or it might be random. Okay, so we're going to slow it down. No, this is all pretty straightforward. We're just lowering his water resist, lowering his defense, and making sure Cloud's attacking at the right time. I switched to Aerith, used Breach, switched back to Cloud, made him use his attack. And this is where it gets important. So we're going to slow it down a little bit here. So I'm going to try to get Leviathan in there beforehand, but I don't think it happens. I wanted to. If Leviathan did pop up, I would have used it right away, but it didn't. You could have, since Cloud attack already connected there, you can cast one limit break, and then his limit break would appear once that animation was done. So I could have got it in there, but there's no point. I might as well just wait till all 3 of them together. Again, ignore the ads. And boom, boom. I used it to cancel his animation. So he was about to do an attack there. Use my limit breaks. Kill the ads. And then also stop him from moving. Key factors. Buff, debuff. Then attack with your DPS. Use your limit breaks to freeze them. And always make sure you had that defense up. Now we're sigil phase. Sigil phase is pretty straightforward. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Just because we're just using sigil breaks the whole time. Nothing else. Making sure we're at the right HP thresholds. And now that was the last sigil phase. There's only 3 sigil phases. And then you're done. So red 13's limit break is up. Cloud needs to get his up. We're going to use that limit break again. Watch. Ramuh is going to cast something, and then we're going to limit break. There it is. Charge current. Limit break. Canceled it. Again, the reason, we slow him down, and we also get more ATB, because look, now he had to wait, and then he had to cast it again. So plenty of time. Now Aerith's limit break is up. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to wait for that name. Let him cast a little bit if you really want to min-max, and then limit break. You see the name of the attack, or you see their body move, that's when you're limit breaking to stop it. Now he has to recast it. Get that little bit of extra DPS in there, and we slow him down. So, after he does this whole thing where he's lowering your magic defense, he's doing all the damage he can to you, he's trying to manipulate you, this is just a DPS phase. Make sure you have Breach on there if you're surviving the attacks, because he's about to go into a phase where he's berserk. This is it. It's do or die. So greater bolt charge. We did have limit break. I could have stopped that one, but I didn't, because if you watch his bar, he's going to fill this up very, very faster in this phase. you're going to use your limit break to cancel the animation. So wait till it's a little bit more than half. Perfect. Now, don't use both limit breaks if you have them available. I'm using Tidal Wave 1 to cancel his animation. I was a little slow on it, or a little too early, but also I lowered his bar. Because if that bar fills up, it's berserk phase. Stop that cancel right there. He's still stuck at half and he has to recast that animation. He does a greater bolt. It hits us, but it's not max. He would have been in berserk phase already, but now he's not. Now he has to cast another and then he fills it up. And now he has to cast his berserk pronouncement and then comes Judgment Bolt. You have that entire phase right there to DPS to win. I had extra time, and that's it. It's all done. So, limit break. You use it to manipulate those attacks. Cancel as much as you can. Make sure Cloud's in attack stance or whoever your DPS is. That's water, right? And then your sub DPS is lowering that magic attack, lowering that water resist, and Eris raising your magic defense, and also putting physical attack up. Cloud could have done it himself, but it helps that your DPS is just DPSing if someone else can buff him. If not, then it's better to buff himself and debuff. So, that's the entire fight. It's pretty straightforward once you know what's going on. 3 sigil phases. Just make sure you break them, summon when you can, and just DPS as fast as you can. I use a very bare minimum kind of setup here. No Arcanum, no level 10 Leviathan, no high R ability on water potency, right? Nothing too crazy, but there was a lot of support from my 2 characters on the sides, right? So, got to min-max that entire team, see if you guys can make it. I could probably pull away some HP, some defense to give Cloud more damage, and sometimes he'll get targeted, sometimes he won't, and you just have to rerun it, right? If you have a Cloud that can't survive the single target attack, but you want to bring him in for full DPS and he survives the AoE attacks, do that build, go in. If he gets targeted and dies, reset, go back in until it targets someone else. It might be max HP or who has the most HP or least HP, so just keep that in consideration when it comes to that attack. Besides all that, if you guys got more strategies down below, there's more than just my setup. This is just what I did to give you an idea of how the fight works. EX2, you just need so much. You need a lot of power, a lot of defense, a lot of HP. It's just a mixture of everything, and it's permanent content. Do not use guild weapon tokens. Do not go polling. This quest is here forever. Unless you need a level 10 Ramuh for dungeon ranking or guild battle, don't rush it. Take your time. Permanent content becomes easier the more time passes. My Shiva, my Leviathan are still level 8, and I'm doing great. So, take your time. Good luck, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll smell you later.